Okay. I've clicked on record. Okay. I don't know, but people are still enjoying the weekend. They are enjoying the weekend. They are not actually here, but like I said, I don't really have more time. Let me just get into it right away. They are going to meet us. They're going to meet us on it. So these are Soft Talk FX weekly review of the probable trade we are going to get into next week on currency, and for those that trade on weekend of volatility, we are also going to be looking at volatility market, and we're going to be in the direction of what we should be looking at probably tonight or tomorrow for those that trade on weekend, because I don't really trade on weekend when it comes to volatility trades. I use my weekend to do more of knowledge acquisition. I look for what to, place myself on. I take less trades when it comes to weekend. I take less trades. So now this jump indices, jump 75 in particular, and I dropped the setup. I dropped this particular setup today. Although I missed it because I wasn't home all day. I just came back towards this evening. So I missed it. And price actually played according to the analysis I dropped. I have seen this setup since yesterday night. I've seen this setup. I have seen this candle that took away liquidity up here. And I know that the price was around here when I saw it. I know definitely price will come into it. Then price will start dropping from there. Price will start dropping from there. So okay, I don't need to clear my chart. Let me just do the explanation. Don't let me clear my chart. When I went to 4 hours. I went to 4 hours. This is how I was able to get the buyers I have on this jump 75, that this jump 75 is actually going to sell. If you look at this place, the people that are conversant with SMC, smart money concept, if you look at this place, this is a break of structure that we have here. And I saw that price has actually broken the structure. This is my range. From here to here is my range. Price has broken the structure here, but after breaking structure, price went into consolidation. But that doesn't reduce the fact that this structure has been broken here. It doesn't reduce the fact that this structure has been broken here. And if you look at it typically, like me, the way I analyze my chart, I flip in between styles and approach. I flip in between styles. So I can actually see this very setup in different lights. But let me approach it from smart money concept angle first. Now, this structure has been broken, and I'm expecting price to come and find an activation point anywhere within my range. So price was here when I saw it yesterday night, and I saw a candle that cleared up liquidity here. So I marked it up. I know definitely price will come back into it and activate from there. This is 50% of this markup. This is the 50% of this markup. This is a blue horizontal line. Although it didn't get to the 50%, but it came into that zone, and price has activated from there, and the sell has been taking place. And this is what I expect on jump 75. I expect it to break this low, come back to find another activation point, then the price will drop like mad. It will drop like mad. That's what I expect from it. So from here, I'll be looking for another entry point. Probably later, if I want to trade tonight, I will be looking for another entry point because the sell has already started. The sell has already started, and the sell has already started. And this 4-hour time frame, what is happening here? This very short move we are seeing on 4 hours time frame. If you look at 15 minutes time frame or 5 minutes time frame, you are going to see that this is a very huge move. And let us look at it from another angle. From another angle, is price has also given us something like my favorite pattern. I love this pattern a lot. I love this pattern and I trade this pattern like mad. I trade this pattern like mad. Price has given us something like head and shoulder here, and which we all know that this is a reversal pattern. When you see it on top of when you see it on top of an uptrend, it is a reversal pattern. Oh, my drawing is actually back on this head and shoulder tonight. Let me remove it first. Yeah. Why is it not coming up my network? You okay? So this is looking like head and shoulder at the same time. So that's just another proof that this market is dropping. That's just another proof that this market is dropping. We have a reversal pattern up there, and a reversal pattern. We have it up there, and price has price came up here to activate. So what we expect is a break of this, what we call neckline, come back for another activation, then sell. Then come back for another activation, then sell. That's what we expect from this market. That's what we expect from Jump 75, which we actually missed. But it is already happening already. The sell is already happening. At least if I had gotten into this trade in time, this neckline, this place is going to be my first TP. And my second TP with the way I used to do, I leave it open. So I will take my first profit here, leave the TP open, and immediately I hit my TP, I will move price into break even. I will move price into break even in order to secure, to ride it risk free. So let us look at V75, what we have on V75 at the moment. Let's look at what V75 is doing at the moment. The chart is loading. Let's see what volatility 75 is doing at the moment. Let me clear the chart. Yeah. So let's come to our daily time frame. Let's come to our daily time frame. Okay, this is our daily time frame. This is our daily time frame. This is our daily time frame here. So now price is coming down. Like I dropped an analysis on this. I dropped an analysis on this that okay, we have buy zones on V75. Price is coming into a buy zone and is giving a sell pattern. It is actually confusing what V75 is doing at the moment. So that's why I'm not even looking at for any trade on it. I want to give it direction before I actually get myself into it, because it's looking, V75 could be deceitful at times. With the experience I have of V75, this pair could be deceitful. This is a buy zone that we have here. Why my horizontal line not coming up? Okay, this is a buy zone. This is an institutional candle area that we have here that price can actually activate a buy from. You see, price came into it the first time, and when price came into it, okay, when price came into it, it activated this buy that we see from here to this place. So price is coming back there again. Price can actually get into it and reactivate another buy from there. It can reactivate another buy from this zone, because this is a buy zone. This is a buy zone. I can analyze some weeks back on V75. This area that you are seeing is a demand zone. Is a demand zone. Is an institutional area. This area that you are seeing is a very strong area to activate a buy. So, but what V75 is doing at the moment, when you come to, I think, where did I even spotted the head and shoulder that I saw on it this afternoon? Was it on 1 hour? Let's see what's happening on 1 hour time frame. Let's see what's happening on 1 hour time frame on V75. Oh, okay, let me come to 4 hours. Let me come to 4 hours. If you have a particular pair you want me to look into, you can drop it in the chat box so that we can look at it together. Okay, when you look at what price is actually doing here, when you look at what price is doing here, on 4 hours, structure has been broken on 4 hours. Structure has been broken on 4 hours on V75. Oh, let me use, okay. Horizontal ray. I like this horizontal ray a lot. Structure has been broken on 4 hours on V75 to the upside. Structure has been broken to the upside. So what it's actually doing, I want it to actually make a move. Then probably after making a decisive move, I will now look at how to enter at a pullback on V75. I will look at how to enter on a pullback, because now on 4 hours, that has broken structure to the upside. This is our range. From here to here is our trading range. So price could actually come, like price is having difficulty passing here. Price could actually come here to this point and activate a buy, but it has been reluctantly, doing some kind of emotional play since the buy is not taking place. Price will actually get to this place. This is another buy area on V75. Price could actually get to this place and activate the buy on V75. Now, this is where I have issue on V75, because I'm thinking probably it can continue to go down, down, and down. I don't want to look at it from the perspective that, okay, V75 is always buying and it is coming to a buy zone, then we should expect a buy. It can as well change a trend, just like V75 did. That V75 for months now, it went up buying before it started coming back, like how many weeks now? So I'm expecting that V75 too can actually do a crazy move like that, because when you still look at here, I said it's giving something that is looking like a kind of another head and shoulder, which I call see, that's actually giving us around there, and it's going into a buy zone. It's going into a buy zone. So this neckline can actually get broken, come to activate from here. This is another, come to activate from here and keep on going down. And it can do like that, get here, and start making move back up. Because me looking at it, I expect a buy from it. But I don't want to go aggressive. This is not the kind of time I want to go aggressive on V75, because I can see different possibilities on it. But what I'm expecting on a normal day is a strong buy that will go for the highest high. But let's be patient for it to make a move. Then we look for how to enter, at a very good price after it has made a decisive move to whatever direction is planning to go. So for now, I'm just patiently watching what V75 is doing. What V75 is doing. Then let me show you, before I start looking at the chart you want me to analyze. Let me show you there is I saw a very profitable potential on GBP USD. I don't want to miss this trade next week. GBP USD. Let me clear this head and shoulder on GBP USD. Now, this is GBP USD daily time frame. This is GBP USD daily time frame. And what do we have on GBP USD? Let me what's it called? Let me zoom in very well. Now, price has been on an uptrend, coming on an uptrend. Price has been on an uptrend. Price created another block here. See, we missed this one. I don't know, maybe anybody caught this one. See, price created another block. Immediately, price came back into the other block here. See how price has been falling from here. Price came back into the other block and price has been falling. Now, price broke structure right here. Price broke structure right there. After this one has taken place, it has signified that we are now on a downtrend, because this structure has been broken. We are now on a downtrend. Price only reversed to find an activation point for the sell. So this coming week on GBP USD, I am looking at a massive sell that will last throughout the week. I am looking at taking nothing less than 400 pips from GBP USD in this coming week, and I will prove it to you. Now, these are my confluences. This structure has been broken, And now we are now on a downtrend. Price only reversed, looking for an activation point. Let me zoom out a little. Look at my activation point. Price has already found an activation point. And what are you saying? This is another block. Price has already found an activation point. And what's happening from there? It has started dropping from that activation point. Now, to prove further that this market is going to sell throughout next week, this is a daily time frame. I now spotted head and shoulders again on daily time frame. I spotted head and shoulders on daily time frame, guys. Head and shoulder on daily time frame. That's a massive one for us. Just imagine on daily time frame, spotting head and shoulder. You see my confluences. Now, price has broken the neckline. Price already broke the neckline. This is a retest. And price has gotten a place to activate the sell from another block. Price broke the neckline, came back to activate from another block, and see, the sell has already started. All we have to do when the market opens on Sunday night, or probably London session, we look for a re-entry in order not to miss this move. And see, price has already created this low. Price has already created this low. So for the sell that activated here, I'm looking at taking my profit. If I take this trade, I'm looking at taking my profit anywhere below this low, because price will definitely come and create another lower what's it called, another lower low to this one, another lower low. Just imagine you take this trade from here, and on a normal day, when you are trading head and shoulders, the rule is price will move the distance from the head to the neck. That's where we expect to take the first profit. Let's measure the distance from the head to the neck. From the head to the neck. That's about 440 pips. That's about 440 pips move from the head to the neck. Now imagine, come and measure that 440 pips. 440 pips. Come and measure that 440 pips below the neck. 440 pips below the leg, below the neck. And mind you, we are going to be having more than 440 pips because we are taking our trade from up here, from above the neckline, and we are taking it down. So this move alone won't give us nothing less than 600 pips on GBP USD this coming week. That's why I said on GBP USD this coming week, I expect a sell all throughout the week. And what we look at getting here is scaling down to a lower time frame and find a re-entry on this GBP USD trade. We scale down to a lower time frame and find a re-entry there, because the sell has already started. So if you are a currency lover, this is a very good trade. This one alone, if I'm able to find a good entry on this GBP USD, I'm not looking at taking another trade again throughout next week on currency, because I will make sure I hold it for nothing less than 500 pips. I will make sure I hold it for nothing less than 500 pips on GBP USD. So take note of that. If possible, mark it on your chart as well, and look for your own entry in case I didn't drop it on the general group. Look for your own entry as well and make a very good money from it. So let me check the chart. Let me see what people are actually saying. Okay, V101S. Somebody wants me to network is cracking. Oh, please, is the network still cracking? Can you hear me clearly now? Please, is the network still cracking?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's not cracking any longer.
Okay.
Somebody's raising his hand.
Okay. Let me look at volatility 101S. Let's see what volatility 101S is doing. Let's see what we have there. Okay, this, you know the rule. We go to higher time frame, go to our daily time frame. We trade on the dailies. We can now find our entry on 1 minute, but we trade on the dailies. So what do we have there? What market structure is it giving us? Okay, we have something like, why is my polyline not coming up? Okay, let's say we have something like this. So what do we have here? We have okay. Let me leave this polyline. So price broke structure to the upside there, went into consolidation and broke structure back to the downside. Let me clear this polyline. Where's my delete? See, where's my horizontal? Okay, horizontal. Now, price broke structure here to the downside. Yeah, let me now scale down. Let me scale down whether we can actually find an activation point for the sell, because I believe price should return for, after breaking this level back to the downside. The price actually returned for activation. Let me check my 1 hour time frame. Oh no. Okay. After breaking out here, after breaking out from, let me go back to 4 hours time frame. Gonna give me a better. See, for day traders on V101S, you can actually get a very good sell here. A very good sell here on V101S to the next equal lows, to the next equal lows that we have here. Oh yeah, I pressed another thing. Come on. Let me return my chart. Okay, to the next equal lows that we have here, you can actually get a very good sell to the next equal lows. But the sell has already started. All you have to do is find another entry that will take you to this equal low, because that is where I see price going to. At least price will touch this equal low before any other thing, before any other reaction will take place. Before any other reaction will take place, price will get to this equal low. And look at, the move has already started. Price has broken these equal lows that we have here, and now price has shifted momentum to the downside. Price shifted momentum to the downside, and all we have to do is, and now, okay, there is a potential. If you're a scalper, you can easily catch a very good scalp when price enter this zone. Price might actually react in this zone and come back for a kind of retest and find another activation point that will now eventually take it to this equal low, because this is a very good reaction point to have a very short buy that might actually take price to retest this broken level. But from what I'm saying, price is coming down to these equal lows. Price is coming down to this equal low, and the market is about to, we are already approaching what's it called, the time we are going to have another daily candle open. So I would advise, if you want to take this trade, wait for another daily candle to open and see whatever reaction that will happen around this zone. Probably price might actually come back, return to have a kind of retest. This is another activation point. Price might actually come to have a retest of this activation point before the final drop will now take place. Before you now see the final drop coming to hit this equal low, because this is a point price can actually react for a buy. but I see price coming down here. So just pay attention, let another daily candle happen, and follow the reactions, and you have your very good sell. That's V101S. That's V101S. Let me look at what's it called? Somebody said V751S, right? V75. Okay. Okay. I think I saw V751S. Please let me sound a note of warning. For those that love to trade jump 75, always approach jump 70, jump indices with very good risk management. If you have a small account, I wouldn't advise you to trade jump indices except you have a sniper entry. Those indices are very crazy and they are very volatile. If you are operating a very small account, please approach jump indices with caution, or if possible, avoid it. Use other pairs that are not so volatile to build up your account before you start approaching those indices. Please note, take note of that. They are very, very volatile. Let me look at V751S. Let's see what V751S is doing. Let's see what it's doing. I didn't think I look at it today. Have I even checked it today? Okay, let's see what's happening there. Oh, what's this? Okay, let me zoom it out now. Okay, V751S is on a downtrend at the moment. V751S is on a downtrend. And I expect price to, in fact, since yesterday, I was actually expect price to come and look for an activation point to continue this sell. I was looking for price to come and look for an activation point to continue this sell. But I don't know why it's actually looking like an indecision. It's giving a kind of indecision since yesterday. But I'm looking, let me scale to 4 hours time frame. Maybe I can actually see an activation point for continuation of the sell. See, these are activation points on 4 hours time frame. These are activation points to continue the sell. These are activation points. Price can come into any of these and activate and continue the sell. And look at what price is doing. It is actually giving a kind of it's giving a flag pattern, and the flag pattern is a sell continuation pattern. So that's what I see. It will actually keep on ranging like this until it gets to any of our activation points. It will keep on going until it gets to any of our activation points. Then you see price drop from our activation point. Then you see something like this. Continuation, because see, it has given an impulsive move. If you are conversant with the way I do my analysis, you are going to know I tell you price moves in 3 phases. This is an impulsive move. Price has given an impulsive move. Look at this move, a very impulsive move. This is a resting phase, or as the case may be, this is a correction. Price gave an impulsive move. Now look at the correction. The correction is stylishly coming into our activation zone, into our sell activation zone. Price will always sell from an activation zone, whether it wants to buy, whether it wants to sell. It will always look for an activation zone. And what are these activation zones? For smart money concept guys, this activation zone is called order blocks. Every move you see in this market always takes place from an order block. Whether it's going to buy, whether it's going to sell, it will always take place from it. And that's what price it will always look for. And look at it, it started coming stylishly. That's how it is. Start moving. It will eat it, then you see the drop. Coming down, the sell will continue. So just watch out for these areas. Watch out for these areas in the market on volatility, 75-1S, to look for your sell in any of these areas. And the other time I was telling our students that there's a way I scale down in order to catch my entries early. I scale down to catch my entries early. Let me just do an illustration of that. Let me do a quick illustration of that. Here. Now, assuming this an activation zone, and price is moving towards the activation zone. Price is moving towards the activation zone. Let me bring out my polyline again. Price is moving into the activation zone. I'm having something like this. Price is moving into the activation zone. Please don't mind my drawing. I'm not very good at drawing, but just get the illustration. You have something like this. Okay, when I see price moving into an activation zone, what I do is I switch my chart to either 5 minutes or I switch it to 1 minute time frame. Sometimes when I switch to 1 minute time frame and I see that the noise is too much on 1 minute time frame, I stay on 5 minute time frame. But most times I like to switch to 1 minute time frame. Then I will wait and see the structure the market is creating. Sometimes you see something like this. The market will be creating something like this. Then immediately you see it, if you shoot up, bam, then you see it come down again. What do you have here? This is a break of structure here. Immediately I see that market has given me a break of structure like this on 1 minute time frame. What am I looking at? I'm looking for price to come and create another lower high or look for an activation center for me to take my sell. Then you now see something like this again, breaking the structure again. It will come back and create, then you now see the final fall. So immediately it's coming back to create another lower high. That's where I will look for an activation point on my left-hand side, take my trade, and my stop loss will just be above here. That's how we catch our sniper entries with 1 minute time frame. That's how we catch it. We make sure on the activation zones, I switch to 1 minute, and immediately I see a break of structure there. I know it is already giving me signal. It is giving the higher time frame signal that something is going to happen here. Then I take it, my stop loss will be right above here, and I take myself. Bam, I take myself to the downside. I take myself. So please take note of all this. Take note of all this, and you approach your market with a lot of patience, because this market, you can't, if you rush this market will rush you. If you rush this market, let me look at jumps 25. Somebody mentioned jumps 25. Let's see what's happening on jump 25. Let's see what jump 25 is saying. What was it saying? What was it looking like? Now, this jump 25. What do we have on jump 25? Ooh, this would have been a very good trade if you catch this one on jump 75. See, why is it not coming up? See this institutional candle here. Oh, why is it disappearing? Ooh, network. Jump 25 has disappeared though. Okay, let me click it again and reload. Jump 25 has disappeared though. Are the village people on this call? If they are on this call, tell them to go back to their village. Oh. Jump 25 has disappeared. I can't find Jump 25 again. Oh. Let's look for another stuff. It has disappeared. No longer coming up. Okay, let me look at let's look at jump 100. That's a very volatile That's super volatile PMN. Jump 100. Okay. Now jump 100. What do we have on jump 100? What do we have on jump 100? Now we have price broke this structure. See, price broke the structure here. Why am my tools no longer responding? What's happening? See, price broke structure. Price broke structure here. Price broke structure. These are our range. These are our price range. Let me mark our price range. I'm expecting price to activate from any of this place, anywhere from here to this place for a buy. But from the look of things, because I studied this jump 100 very well, it's not looking like it's not looking like it's going to activate for continuation of this buy. It's not looking like that. It's not looking like that. So on this market, let's go to 4 hours. Maybe we can have additional information to actually make a decision on 4 hours. Okay, on 4 hours, it's looking like on 4 hours, this 4-hour structure has been broken. This 4-hour structure has been broken here. See, this 4-hour structure has been broken here. So now, before I make a decision whether to buy, I want to look at what's going to happen when price gets to this place. Why are my tools no longer working? See, when price comes into this zone, when price comes into this zone, I want to look at what is going to happen. If there's no reaction from this zone and price happens to break to the downside there, then I will be looking for opportunities to sell on this market. I will be looking for selling opportunities if price happens to go lower than this place that I've marked. But anything can still happen right within this zone, right within this yellow mark zone. Anything can happen. So I would like to look at it, watch a new daily candle open and see the reaction, because me, sometimes I like price to make a move before I now make my own decision on what to do. I like price to make a move, then I will now make my decision on what to do. Because looking at it from the point of 4 hours time frame, is looking more like price has come to create a lower high. It's looking more like a sell from here. The price is coming to create a lower high. And at the same time, I'm still looking at it from another angle. Don't mind me, I love to trade this pattern a lot. I love it even right from the time I was learning Forex. It became my favorite. So it's giving us another head and shoulders a lot. And I mean another head and shoulder. See, on 4 hours, price is giving us a sell pattern on 4 hours already. You see head and shoulders on 4 hours. So price can actually, continue selling or activate from this. I will look at what's going to happen in this zone. This zone can actually, push it to come up, look for an activation point. This is a probable activation point that price can be pushed to. Then you see it coming down from there, and this sell, because we've already seen a reversal pattern on top of an uptrend. So I'm already having a sell bias on jump 75. I'm having a sell bias because this is a reversal pattern on top of an uptrend. But like I said, if for any reason this zone pushes price back up, I will look for my sell activation from this point and start riding it down. But from all indication, I'm seeing a sell bias on this. But I want to watch what is going to happen here. I want to watch what is going to happen here before I now make my final decisions on it. I want to watch what is going to happen. So any questions so far? Any question? Please, if you any question on trading generally, is there maybe you have any aspect that you are not clear with in your trading, and you want us to address it? You have an aspect that you want us to talk about, even if it is different from analyzing the weekly chart. You have anything you just want to discuss, please come up with your question, guys. Come up with your question. Unmute yourself and ask a question. Okay. I guess there is no question for us tonight. But okay, just take notes of all the analysis. Take note of all the analysis. If possible, you have any other thing you want us to analyze, you can as well drop it or drop me a direct message. I will do the analysis as soon as I have the time, and I will post it into the general group. But guys, I see a sell bias on jump 75. In fact, I'm getting tempted already, but I will still wait for the opening of daily time, another daily time frame, before I make my decision. But if the sell happens, it's going to be a massive sell, because for you to have this special pattern on top of an uptrend, I love it a lot. At least it has over 70% win rate when it comes to head and shoulder pattern. Over 70% win rate. That's why I love to trade it a lot. So, guys, if in the absence of no question, okay, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, please, I have a question.
All right, sir.
Yes, I noticed most of the trade you drop on the group chat during the weekdays. I mostly see 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and 1 minute. And thank God you make some clarification that you catch the snipers on, let's say, 1 minute using the break of structure stuff.
Yes.
But as in using that as day trading, is it like, do you still follow the same principle also, or you wait for the play on the bigger time frame before you make the move on smaller time frame?
Okay,
or
let me just tell you how I trade. This question that you asked me, a lot of people has attacked me in some of the groups. I do drop my analysis that you are trading the volatility market on 5 minutes, you are trading it on 15 minutes, you get your account blown and all. They've attacked me a lot. And when you see me drop my analysis on 5 minutes, on 1 minute, it's just like you doing mathematical work. You are not seeing my rough sheets. You are only seeing the final work. You are only seeing the answer. My analysis starts on daily time frame. I trade on daily time frame. Or if I want to scale down, I'll come to 4 hours time frame. When you see me drop analysis on the group, I have scaled down to my entry point. I have a time frame I use to locate the direction of the market. I look for the direction of the market on daily or 4 hours time frame. On a normal day, I look for it on daily time frame. But I'm a day trader. I want to take a trade today. I don't want to swing. So I come to 4 hours time frame and use 4 hours time frame to determine my directional market. I come to probably 1 hour to read my structure. And I come to 15 minutes or 5 minutes as my entry point. And now I've even gone as low as 1 minute for my entry point. Mind you, if I see that 4 hours time frame, daily time frame is an uptrend. If you see me on 5 minutes, on 1 minute, everything I'm looking for is opportunity to buy. Because for me, I don't go against the trend. If I see that the market is on an uptrend, I'm looking for opportunity to buy. If it's on a downtrend, I'm looking for an opportunity to sell. So when I see that daily time frame is on an uptrend, when I scale down, I'm looking for opportunity to walk in direction of the daily time frame or the 4 hours time frame. So
Okay, sir.
until I see a market structure that supports a buy that I've seen on 4 hours or daily time frame, I don't take a trade.
Okay.
Sometimes you see a daily time frame showing buy, you come to lower time frame, you see a market structure showing sell. So if I even take the sell, I know that I just quickly want to scalp the market. And whenever I call a sell like that, I tell people on the group that, see, it's just a short sell. The original trend is a buy trend. That this one is just a short sell. It's just a pullback of what is happening on the daily time frame. Just let's take a quick peek from there and get out. Yeah. So that's why you just see, when you see me post, is actually the final work I post into the group. The rough sheet is kept somewhere.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any other question from anybody? Unmute yourself and ask questions, please. I want to take questions.
Hello,
Questions. Yeah.
Hello, yes, sir, I just want to, I actually want to ask, in trading, in using our sniper entry to trade imbalance,
yeah,
can you explain more about it? Now, the reason I'm saying that is because sometimes in trading an imbalance, even if it's come to your point of interest, I mean, your point of interest where you expect the market to turn back and maybe sell or buy.
Yeah.
You have to take note at the end of the day, sometimes it does not fill in the imbalance completely. It just comes there and goes back instead of following the normal trend you expect it to follow.
Okay.
I don't know if you get what I'm trying to
Are you so conversant with smart money concepts?
To a reasonable extent.
Okay. Now, if you want to trade an imbalance, when price is approaching an imbalance, let me draw. Assuming this an area of imbalance. When price is coming to an area of imbalance, you expect smart money will either come and trade the opening of it, or the 50% of it, or fill it to the full. Hope you understand that.
Yes, sir. I get that.
So if price is coming there, you are expecting 3 outcomes. You are expecting price to either come and tap it and go back, or fill it 50% and go back, or fill it to the full before price will drop. So in order to save my time, in order to save myself the stress of, is it going to tap it? Is it going to fill it 50%? Is it going to fill it to the full? When price is approaching my point of interest, we can come in form of other block of imbalance. I will just to avoid doubt, I will just change to my 5-minute or 1-minute time frame and start looking for a break of structure that will support the buyers I have in there. I just see a break of structure to the downside. I know price is ready to go back. Then that's where I will take my trade. Instead of me doubting whether, is it going to fill it halfway? Is it going to fill it to the full? Is it going to tap it out? I will just look for a break of structure right inside the zone. That's how to be safe. Because break of structure, market structure is the king of the market. King of the market. I'll just look for my break of structure and go with it. Hope I've answered your question.
Yes, you've answered it, sir. I have one other question.
Okay, bring it up, please.
Okay. Now, what do you advise? This is more like an advice, actually.
Okay.
What do you advise in actually taking more than one position on a trade? This is what I'm saying. Okay, maybe I took a trade.
Okay.
Using sniper entry, and by the time the price maybe came halfway, the price retraced back. But maybe the price back, like it bought back. Yeah. But you're anticipating it to sell. That I said it to sell back. Yeah. Is it advisable to enter a sell trend again on that position, knowing that the price have actually retraced back? The reason why I asked this was because it happened to me some few days ago where, I felt like, the price retraced back. So let me also enter another position to sell. Since the whole analysis I had from the beginning was that the analysis was going to sell. And as at that point I entered, the market actually cleared out me a lot of loss, like get me a lot of loss. Even the one I was on profit before didn't go the way I wanted it to go actually.
Okay. Let me ask you this
So
question.
what advice do you have for us?
I'm going to address your question now and even advise you. Do you work with a trading plan? Eh?
Not strictly, not strictly.
Now, if you want to be profitable and you want to remain consistent, I will advise you to get a well-structured trading plan. Personally for me, on my trades, I don't risk more than 3 to 5% of my total account on a single trade. So if I've taken the first trade and it is reversing, if I'm going to take the second trade and it will require me spending more than 5% of my total account, then I'm not going to add more position. I'm not going to add more position because on every trade, I mustn't go beyond 3 to 5% of my total account on every trade. So that will now inform, maybe I can add, maybe I have the preview of adding more position or not. That means what you risk on your trade, you don't have a consistent rate you risk on your trade. That means you just take it as the trade comes. You just embrace it as it comes. I will advise you to have a trading plan, and on a well-structured trading plan, you know what you have to risk on every trade. That's why when you see me post a trade in the group, if you are conversant with our group, you see me say something like only risk more. Sometimes I'm going to write only risk 3 to 5% of your total account, or you see me write use proper risk management, such that if you see a trade and it's more than what I'm supposed, my expected risk, then it's not a must for me to take every trade. So adding more position has to do with your trading plan. What do you have in mind to risk in that trade? Because adding more position means it's going to cost you additional money that you are going to lay down. And if you have to follow your risk management, you already know that I'm not supposed to pass this limit. I'm not supposed to pass 5% of my account on any trade. So maybe you should work on getting a proper trade plan, and which you are going to follow, which you are going to work with. Adding more position has to do with what you have in mind to risk on that trade. Have I answered you?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right. Maybe you should actually get one of my training on risk management. Today, I'm not actually talking about risk management. Maybe probably next Saturday, I will talk about risk management again. Then I can actually show you a screenshot of my trading plan and see the way it looks like. But on every trade, I don't risk more than 5% of my total account on a single trade. That's what I do. And I make sure any trade I'm going into, if I'm risking 5%, that trade must be able to give me, it must have a potential of giving me 3 times of what of the risk I have put into it. So that if I'm risking 5, the trade must have a potential of giving me 15. I don't do a trade of ratio 1-to-1. I don't do it. You won't see me do it. I don't do a trade of ratio 1-to-2. At least it's not giving me at all ratio 1-to-3. If I risk 5, it must have a potential of giving me, 15, such that if I take the first trade, I risk 5%. Assuming I have $100 account, I risk 5%, I lost $5. I risk another 5%, I lost another $5. The third trade, I've lost another $5, making $15. If I'm able to eat TP in the fourth trade, it would have covered for my earlier losses. Hope you get the logic. Yeah. So that's the way I do my own things. I work with a trading plan and I make sure I stick to it. I try to stick to it. Although we make mistakes once in a while, but I make sure if that's where discipline comes in. You have to stick strictly to your trading plan because loss is inevitable in this market. Definitely, you will encounter loss at one point in time or another. So, if you are consistent with what you are doing, that's why where you are going to have edge over this market at the end of the day. Any other question, please? Any other question? Any other question? Okay. I guess no other question tonight. No other question. Okay. So at this point, since there's no other question, let's just pay attention to all the analysis I've dropped tonight. Look at jump 100. Jump 100 is actually looking very tempting tonight. It's looking very tempting, but like I said, let's wait for another daily candle to open before we eventually make a decision. But the head and shoulder, I see it that is going to play out. This can actually disrupt it in a way. This zone can disrupt it, make it to buy again. You just see price rally up here, then you see it eventually dropping. Okay, ask your question, sir. Unmute yourself and ask your question.
Oh, sir, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, sorry, I've not been around. I just came in not quite a while. Can you just maybe run over maybe like 2 or 3 trades again and let's see their movement so that at least I can be able to get more of what I've been missing?
This session
are recorded, so you
this session is recorded. So definitely we are going to drop the recorded stuff and you are going to rewatch it there. Because I've actually done 1 hour already. This is 9:07. I've done 1 hour already. So you actually look out for the video. We drop it in the group, then you can, from there, go through everything we have actually analyzed tonight. Except, okay, let me look at Euroza. I love Euroza. It's one of my favorite currency pair. Let's see what Euroza is actually doing.
High volatility.
Eh?
The high volatility of that pair is crazy.
Why I actually love Euroza, the very first trade I took on Euroza, very long time ago, I took it with the least lot size. And that very day, the trade gave me over $30 with the least lot size. I was like, wow. So this trade, the people are so high like this, like with the least lot size. And it gave me like $30.
What's the meaning of that?
That's South African currency. South African currency. Euro and South African currency. It's an exotic pair. Exotic pair.
Okay.
Oh
my God.
Since that day, I love the pair like mad. I love the pair that this is actually crazy. With the low size, $30. Since that day I've been trading it.
I'll start checking it.
All those, see, I've even marked it. I think I dropped the setup on our group. I dropped this setup. This buy setup, I dropped it. I see price has actually moved, and price can actually see. This is an activation point, guys. See this activation point. Price actually came into this place to reactivate another buy, and price has reacted there. So I expect the buy to continue. I love Euroza. I don't play with it. See, and we have a break of structure here already. That pair is very sweet. Very sweet. The pip count is crazy. I don't since that day I don't play with it. This thing you gave me $30 with the least lot size in a single day. And that time my account was very small.
I don't trade it because of the volatility. I have some people that told me that they can't trade this pair. They cannot trade it.
Because they don't understand it. I love it a lot. In fact, if I didn't check any other currency pair, the first thing I come to check whenever I open my trading view for currency, the pair will come and check his Euroza. Since that day, the first pair,
Wow.
let me look at what Euroza is he wants to give us today. I will check Euroza before I now start looking at other pairs. So let's look at US 30. This is going to be the last one I'm looking at tonight. I'm beginning to love US 30 as well. US 30. Let's look at US 30 and see what US 30 has to offer tonight. US 30. So, okay. Yeah, I traded it that was on Friday. This is daily time frame on US 30. US 30 has been kind of, okay, I took this sell on US 30. I took this sell. This particular sell, I took it to this place before it retraced back up. And look at what it's doing here. It is creating higher highs. This high, can see this high is higher than this. See this high again. Higher than that one. It's creating higher highs. So creating higher highs. So I want to believe this is still on an uptrend. And see the low. See, this low is even higher than this low. It's still on an uptrend, but we can catch a very good, the sell is very volatile. I mean, this pair is very volatile. We can as well catch some very good sell on the move to the downside, which I think, okay, I took this buy, this particular candle, I took this buy on Friday. This particular buy candle that you're seeing here. But at the same time, see, it's on an uptrend, but on 4 hours, it's giving like a kind of pattern, but I'm not carried away with the pattern. It's giving like all these kind of triangles, but I'm not carried away with the triangle, but the triangle itself is still supporting something like a kind of movement to the upside, because from what I'm seeing here, price is on an uptrend, so I expect it to get to a particular point, break this place to the upside, come to look for an activation point, then keep on going up. But at least within this place, you can actually take very good trades within here. Very good trades. You see, price has been coming to this place, returning back. And after I took this buy on Friday, it still came back down. And people still made very good money there. And see, it's even planning to go back up. So I see it coming to break out here, and the movement continues to go up. But we are always open to whatever price is ready to give to us. We stay open to it. So guys, do I still have any question before we call it a night? Okay. Head and shoulder. That's my favorite pattern. I love head and shoulder pattern a lot. So I don't play. You see, I've already, it's even part of my favorite what's it called, tools. Just bring it out.
Tools, yes,
even if I don't have any chart, I will do head and shoulder for you. Head and shoulder pattern.
Thank you so much, sir.
So let me hand over to Francis from here. Let me hand over to Francis.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Like honestly, like we are so grateful. Like, can you all just drop some big thank you to Mr. Wale on the chat? Like, let's appreciate him. Honestly, like Mr. Wale is somebody that I know is like so versatile, because according to psychology, they believe that, for example, it's not easy for somebody to, unlearn and learn something new. Because honestly, like somebody that understands smart money, somebody that understands institutional order flows, someone that understands even patterns a lot. Personally, like I'm this type of person, like since then I've been learning smart money. I only trade smart money with my high low. But honestly, like, but yeah, it's always someone that is making me to want to add everything together again. But honestly, like it's a privilege to really know him. Like it's a privilege to really understand people like him. Like honestly, like sir, we are so grateful. We don't know how to say this. Thank you. Like so much more. We're appreciative of this effort. Like honestly, like if there's anything that he has taught me a lot, is about his ability to really contain risk management. I've really learned a whole lot about that aspect. Because trust me, family, like if you are trading and then you don't have a very good trading plan, you don't have a good trading cycle. Because if you come and meet me, you know how to trade. I don't don't care. Like honestly, if you don't have a risk management plan, I will just look like you were like, it's not like, for example, that has somebody that has a Mercedes Benz, right? And he's driving on a speed of 250. Is that possible? How would that look like? Like he's driving 250 kilometer per hour, like on an expressway. Do you understand? Fine, he has a very good car, but what will happen to him at the long run? At least he will end up losing his life. So that's just how it look like. So no matter how good you are in trading, and then you don't have a mentor that can preach risk management to you very effectively, like risk management and trading psychology, then trust me, you are not doing yourself wrong. You're doing yourself right. So family, like thank you so much, Mr. Wale. I'm really grateful for the opportunity and everything. So he said next week he's going to be dropping some another amazing content about risk management and trading psychology, because honestly that's what I like hearing in my ear. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? That I don't used to think like I know how to trade, but once you can talk up to me about risk management, that means you are my best person. You are my best. You are really somebody that have really imparted me. So if you have not gone and listened to Mark Douglas, how to trade like a professional trader, or trading is zoned by Mark Douglas, honestly, like you are not heading yourself to the best way. So sir, on behalf of everyone in this call, we are really appreciating you. Thank you so much for the values, and then we are not taking it for granted. So family, like if you have learned a whole lot, I want you to not take this for granted. So for the people in the Sniper Bootcamp, we're going to be having our sections lately on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We'll just be sharing some things with us. So thank you so much for another amazing section. We'll be helping us again next week Saturday. So stay tuned, stay positive, and then we should be trading. So my name is Francis again, and then thank you so much, family. I appreciate you. So good night, everybody. We'll send the recorded sections to you in the Telegram channel, and then